And my journey throughout this space has taught me and provided me with numerous insights to develop a robust understanding of the diverse financial service landscapes. This unique background has provided me with valuable experience and understanding of what is required in the modern wealth of today. Um, One of the big issues that we have found when we talk to our clients alike is that the current procedures in place for onboarding our clients, meaning KYC and AML, are becoming too burdensome, sometimes maybe even being labeled over the top. To put matters in more clarity, one in every 5 applications are now being abandoned. That is a loss of approximately 3.3 billion US dollars a year in lost business revenue. Okay? That is not to mention our clients and the client's expectations and the client's needs. This complexities does not limit only here. If we look at private banks and we see how our private banks are onboarding their customers, they conduct annual reviews on their clients, and that lasts 3 to 6 months. Even when you're onboarding your clients, and I'll give you the best scenario, is a scenario that's happened to me. They want me to substantiate my net worth. Now, to do that, I can only provide them normally with 7 years of backdated statements or proof. So what did my private bank have to do? They had to go online, they had to Google my family, they had to Google my whatever they could about me, and they managed to pass it through compliance. Now, fortunately for me, there was that information online, but it's not applicable to everybody. I'll take another note, and this happened just here, just now, 10 minutes ago. My private banker called me today, said, I'm coming to Singapore. I said, sure, I'm going to be speaking at this event. He said, my colleague needs to meet you. So I assumed his colleague needs to meet me to sign a document. So his colleague came, met me, shook my hand, said hello. And I said, anything you need me to sign? He goes, no. As part of our KYC, I just had to see your face. This level of overburdens in our KYC policy that's happening today. This rigorous and excessive burdensome compliance procedures have resulted in numerous legitimate clients being turned away by banks. Whilst it's crucial to ensure that there is integrity in the financial market, there needs to be a balance between the level of compliance in AML and the level of acceptability and onboarding through our legitimate clients. I mean, these legitimate clients, where are they meant to go? Who's meant to solve their problems? This takes another step because most relationship bankers or our business contacts, where do we send these individuals? Do we just abandon them too? So what we have developed is we have developed a product through using a trust infrastructure. Okay? So we would like to introduce you here to FGA Trust as a potential solution. FGA Trust is a regulated trust in Hong Kong that operates under the Hong Kong Company Registry. Okay? We understand that trusts are often perceived, those for the old wealth, one for people passing their wealth from generation to generation, estate planning. But trusts are much more powerful vehicles than that. Coming from a company in the payment space, learning our fintech background, we are able to incorporate this dynamic world and utilizing our banking and custodian arms. FGA Trust enables the inclusion of a diverse asset class within our trust ecosystem. So for those of you who I'm sure may know what trust is but doesn't have a full background of what trust is, let me try to explain this. A trust is a legal arrangement between one party, known as the trustor, or settler, and they transfer their assets or property to another party called a trustee. The trustee holds and manages these assets for and on behalf of a third party known as the beneficiary. And what I think we're going to send is the next slide, which will now show you a simple structure of a trust. These documents are created using trust agreements or trust deeds, and they will specify how a trust should be managed, how assets should be allocated, and how assets should be distributed on behalf of the beneficiary. Trusts offer several advantages, including the ability to avoid probate, provide privacy, control and distribute of assets, and potentially minimize taxes. Trust can be revocable or irrevocable. What are the benefits of having a trust? So trusts provide asset protection. So trust can distinguish between an individual and another entity. And by that, you're transferring your assets to a separate entity. So if that individual was to have a claim on a creditor, they would not be able to access or touch those properties that are put within the trust. Number two, we have privacy and confidentiality. Trust offers privacy, meaning one doesn't have to disclose to the public what is in the trust, who the beneficiaries are, and what the trust owns. Now, I caveat that with one component. If we look at listed securities, and in certain jurisdictions, there are requirements that if you pass a certain threshold of holding these securities, you're going to have to disclose them. That is something that trusts would also need to do. Then we look at flexibility and customization. Trust can be tailored to meet specific needs. Take my situation. I'm a single father with an 8-year-old daughter. Now, I can customize my trust to say when my daughter is from 8 to 18, she will be getting her school fees paid for. The trust will look for her, pay for her daily expenses. When she's 18 to 22, the trust will pay for a university, will provide her with a credit card facility, will provide her with everything she needs to be living abroad and do her education there. Then maybe when she's turning into the age of 30, my daughter will then have access and be able to control and manage the trust herself. Now, one of the things we talk about is jurisdiction. Why is Hong Kong a favorable jurisdiction for trusts? Well, firstly, we have an established legal system. We have sound financial infrastructure, and we have a very favorable tax regime, which makes it highly attractive for international families seeking cross-border wealth management solutions. Now, FGA Trust. We have discovered that trust is an incredibly adaptable tool capable of serving multiple purposes. Within this, we look at how it can be seen as an alternative to the traditional banking world and provide an alternative banking solution. By establishing a trust, individuals can set up the trust in a way that it benefits the designated beneficiaries, allowing them to manage their trust as if they were managing their own bank account. Now, what do I mean by modern trust? And what do I mean when I'm speaking fintech and using all this language on how you can live within this trust? So let's talk about the convenience. Okay? Trust companies provide a digital platform that allows you to access the trust services, allowing clients to manage their trust accounts and perform transactions. And they're able to do this remotely. Okay? There's effective communication. Digital platforms allow for users to correspond with the trustees and able to upload information such as bill payments or make certain transactions through the trust infrastructure. Accessibility. Digital platforms offered by the trust company often provide real-time access to account information, statements, transaction history, and other important documents. I would like to point out that throughout this time, we're going to be showing a video after this that's going to be rolling of a sample trust platform. So you're able to see what our digital platform looks like. And I encourage you to take a look at it and see how we say you can almost live within the trust. And you are able to monitor and see all your assets within the trust. We also look at the flexibility, and I've described that to you, how it can be highly customized. More importantly, and what everyone's concerned, especially when I use the term digital, is security. Reputable trust companies prioritize robust security measures to protect clients' data and financial information. At FGA, we use encryption protocols, multi-factor authentication, and advanced cybersecurity practices to help safeguard sensitive information from outside breaches. Essentially, what we've also created is a link and a connectivity between the traditional banking world and the world of Web3. What we have is now a complete alternative banking solutions. So what features are you going to ask me that you can live within this trust? Because it's not exactly like a commercial bank, or is it? So one thing we offer is asset-linked credit cards, where trust will provide you with a credit card which you are able to spend off, and the credit limit is dictated directly from your net asset value that you have in the trust. You're able to provide that credit card to multiple beneficiaries, such as your spouse, your children, and they're able to spend directly from the trust. We also have what I deem global bill settlement. For example, if you have mortgages to pay, if you have rent to pay, the trust is able to pay that on your behalf. You would have to just log onto the system, upload your invoice, upload your accounts, and then behold, the trust will settle it. You're able to conduct investments. You're able to buy stocks. You're able to access various investment products. And you're able to conduct these investments through the trust. Modern digital trusts support injections of all asset classes, ranging from fiat currency, digital currency, alternative investments, commodities, and trusts have the ability to hold virtual assets and monitor them in real time on a live platform, with providing a comprehensive custody solutions. With the advent of FGA Trust, contemporary trust clients are empowered to enjoy a comprehensive suite of financial services, liberating them from the confines of the traditional banking system. So in summary, while there's a misconception that trusts are for the old rich and they're only used for estate planning, this is not validated. We have been in the financial service industry for 25 years. We have learned from our past experience, and we have learned from the needs of our clients, especially in today's world. We've identified that trust companies as a powerful vehicle that can be adopted by individuals and businesses. There is less bureaucratic tape and hindrance in operating them compared to holding traditional banking solutions. As outlined earlier, there are various benefits from holding a trust company. And I would like to highlight and elaborate on just one more. It is your wealth is secure, it is private, and it's firewalled from the outside world. I would like to show you a video now that we've put highlighting one of our users on the trust.
Morning. Ready to start the day with me?
Sharp suit, fine shoes,
in trust.
Everything you saw there was from our trust clients. With their permission, we went and filmed this video. So I would like to end here that I would like to take questions and meet all of you at the end of this. But we'd like to have the platform for our panel to come. And after the panel, we can have a conversation and hope to meet you and be introduced to you personally when we do the drinks. Thank you very much.